Hello everyone, Republic Jim here. I'm out in the woods on my property on Memorial Day, just doing a little bit of camping and working on some of my skills. And I wanted to talk about a piece of emergency gear that I found that is dual purpose and not really designed for the use I have in mind here, but I thought it's interesting and a versatile piece of equipment, so I wanted to share it with you. So I've been looking for an emergency litter for a while, just because as a member of SAR I wanted to be able to carry a portable litter in my pack, so if we happen to rescue a subject and don't want to have to wait for the rigid litter or deal with the inconvenience of hauling that around, I would have just a really lightweight portable litter that we could make use of. So there are a variety of those available. I just went on Amazon. You can find them at other sources, but there's multiple different ones on Amazon, and I found one that I figured would meet my needs. It's lightweight, it has straps for up to 4 people per side can carry it. Not that we would ever have that many people available to carry a litter, but anyway, it suits the purposes for what I wanted for carrying in my SAR pack. Now, I have it out of the original packaging because I've already experimented with it, but like I said, there are multiple different ones available that are all similar. I'm not endorsing any one in particular, but if you're interested, this one is from Rescue Essentials. It's called the Quick Litter Light, and I'll put a link to that in the description. And basically, it's just a flat piece of material that has straps sewn across the back of it. Don't mind the dirt and the sorted stuff on it, but like I said, I have used it. But it has these straps sewn across there with the handles on the sides for people to grab hold of. So the idea being that, of course, you just put it on the ground, get the subject onto it, and then people pick up the handles and carry them. Obviously, it's not extremely rugged and heavy duty, but for its purposes, for just quick evacuation and the convenience of a lightweight thing that's compact, it does the job, I think, and I'm pleased with my purchase for that reason. But then, as I got looking at it, I realized it had some similarities to another piece of gear that I use. I'm just going to set this down here at the moment. In some of my other campout videos, if you've watched those, you might have seen that I like to do a raised bed setup sometimes, and I have the frame for it already assembled down here. But what I have used for that is a product called the Amazing Wilderness Camp Cot, and which I happen to have here from the Econo Challenge. I will also put a link to this in the description because I do highly recommend this product. I think it works great for its intended purpose, and as I said, I've used it multiple times for campouts. Idea with it being that it's a flat piece of material that has basically tubes stitched in on either side of it and on the top and bottom that you can run poles through and set it up as a camp cot, kind of like with the framework that I have. Or you can put poles through the tubes at the top and the bottom and rig it up in a hammock setup, or apparently you can even set it up as a kind of a chair. I haven't ever tried it with that, or as a hammock setup, so I can't vouch for how that works, but I can say the basic camp cot works great. And on their website you can see pictures of the various configurations. So this is a really versatile piece of gear for around camp, you know, for bed, hammock, chair, whatever. And you know, it's lightweight and compact and really useful. And I'll continue to use this, you know, and I'll probably just keep it in the toolbox in my rig as a backup. But as I said, when I was looking at the litter, I realized there were some similarities there, except that it has the straps for the handles instead of having the fabric tubes on either side. But looking at it, I thought, well, it'd be easy enough to run those poles through the handles and stretch it out like that and use that in the same way that I would use the camp cot there. So I gave that a try last night and was very pleased with the results. I'll show what it looks like set up in the frame in just a moment, but you know, it's a little more fiddly to set up because of having just the handles instead of the tubes, and trying to keep things in place, you know, keep it from slipping around. I ended up having to fasten the straps at the head and the foot. I forgot to mention it. It does have handles up at the top and the bottom too, not just on the sides. So I had to pull those over the logs and secure them to keep it from sliding, whereas I don't have that problem with the camp cot. But given the fact that this is intended for another use but can be used for this too, it's just great in that I like when I can combine one piece of gear for a couple of different uses and limit what I actually have to carry, but you know, have more capabilities. So in that way, I think it's really beneficial for me to carry that in my pack. That will be my primary camp cot now. And as I said, the Amazing Wilderness Camp Cot is still a great product, better all around for a camp cot than what the emergency litter is, but doesn't have that extra versatility of being able to be used for extracting subjects in the field. So I'll be going with the emergency litter as my primary deal in my pack for that. But anyway, that's kind of the basic overview. I'll cut away here and then show you what it looks like when it's set up. With the litter assembled in the bed frame, and as you can see, it does sag down after laying on it, so that's why I like to build it up with that extra layer of logs there, just so that I'm not basically laying on the ground. I want to be suspended above the ground. So not gonna lie, it takes a little time to set this up, cut everything and assemble it, so it's not really an emergency bed. It's more of a luxury when camping out. but it is really nice. And if you have the time and the logs laying around to do this sort of thing, it's very convenient and useful. And you know, like I said, if you can combine two different things so you're not carrying extra stuff, then that's just an added benefit. So next I'm going to get my sleeping pad and sleeping bag and everything out and get it all put together and ready for use. So that's what the final product looks like, with the bed frame assembled and the emergency litter there for my cot, and then sleeping pad and sleeping bag and everything, and made for a pretty comfortable bed. I will say the one difference between that and the Amazing Wilderness camp cot is that with just these 4 straps that go across, there's a little bit of difference there. Those spots where the straps are tend to be a little more rigid than the rest of it, so there's some sag in between. But with the sleeping pad, it kind of levels that out and distributes the weight better, and made for a very pleasant night. So I'd say it's an effective improvised camp cot and still usable for its intended purpose. So I'm very pleased with the results. Hope that's been interesting and useful information. This has been Republic Jim. I'll talk to you later.